So we already know there's a new Hunter x Hunter game coming, but we didn't think that they were only going to give us 16 characters. That's a very small roster, and since the roster is going to be so small, I think it's about time that we get out our character predictions for this game before they end up releasing everybody else. But hey man, let me know in the comments how y'all actually feel about the size of this roster. But today's anime question is going to be, since this roster is only 16 characters, who is a must? Who are you not going to accept being DLC in this game? Because there's going to be a lot of characters left out. I know a lot of fan favorites. We're going to have a few hot takes today as we finish out this roster, man. But we're going to be going over the characters that are confirmed, that are coming, and also giving you who we think is going to be coming. But hey man, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn the bell, do all those nice things, and let me know if y'all are excited for Nen Impact, man. This is definitely looking like it's going to be something that's going to be fun to hop into. And while the first trailer looked a little bit rough, the second trailer actually had, you know, some better look at graphics and things like that. And man, sorry if y'all been here for the videos for a while. I don't know if y'all remember the webcam I had that had a little bit of bad focus. My recent webcam that I had actually broke, so now we're back to this, you know, webcam that has a little bit of issues with focusing, man. So hey, man, make sure y'all bear with me on that, man. But hey man, we're working on getting a new webcam. But let's go ahead and hop straight into this prediction. Okay, so we look at some of the characters that we know are confirmed. We know they're coming to the game. First is going to be Gon. We know that Gon is going to be coming. Of course, this is the main character, and we also seen some gameplay of him, which, you know, looks pretty good. Of course, we know Killua is coming as well, and we actually saw one of his moves, his lightning bolt, which looks pretty cool for the gameplay. We know that Netero is coming. We got a little bit of a slight look at some of his gameplay and also his ultimate technique. Kurapika looks like he's going to be pretty cheesy. He has a chain strike that has a pretty far distance, and I know this looks like it's going to be a meta character. We look at Leorio. He also has a pretty good move. It's like a range punch, so we know he's coming. We also got Hisoka. We know that he's going to have bungee gum, which looks like you can like attach it to people and also pull them in and like wait to activate it to actually, like, you know, extend combos. We also know that we're getting Uvogin and also Machi from the Phantom Troop, but we actually didn't get any gameplay for these characters. I'd have to imagine maybe in one of the next future trailers that they'll probably be showing some gameplay for them. And recently there's from one of the people that actually got to play the game, we got Ginthru basically leaked, and I wasn't expecting him to come in the base game. I thought he was going to be DLC, and he kind of very much like messes up my whole roster prediction since they're throwing Ginthru in there. So we're going to give y'all who we think is coming for the rest of the characters. So we're going to go through this actually in the arcs of Hunter x Hunter, and we're starting with the Hunter exams. I think the only other character they're going to add from the Hunter exams is going to be Hanzo, and I think simply because if they added Ginthru, which was, you know, pretty much a very prominent villain in the Greed Island arc, you got to add Hanzo because, you know, he was pretty much Gon's last match in the Hunter exam. So I think they'll add him in here. As far as the York New City arc, the only character I feel like they're going to add is going to be Nobunaga. I feel like they've already added Uvogin and also Machi, so I think the only one that they're going to add after this is Nobunaga. We're going to talk more about that later on, but this is the only character because I think he played a key role, especially dealing with the kidnapping and things like that, so I think this character plays a good part of this arc. When we actually move to the Heavens Arena, or, you know, the Tower of Heaven arc, I don't think they're going to add any more characters from this. Pretty much at the end of it, I mean, he did fight a few other people, but for the most part, Gon finished off with Hisoka, and we already have Hisoka in the game, so I think we're done with this arc. When we actually move over to the Greed Island arc, I'm going to actually be a little bit, you know, a little bit controversial. I don't think they're going to put Razor in here just because, like I said, they already have Ginthru, which is actually, you know, the big villain of this arc, but I think they are going to add Bisky because I think it'd be a little bit of a crime to not add her considering how much of an effect she actually had on helping Gon and Killua actually progress as fighters and, you know, learning how to use their Nen. We move over to the next arc. It's going to be, you know, the Chimera Ant arc, which is one of the longest arcs in the anime, and this is also where we're going to be getting a bulk of our actual DLC predictions. So the first one is going to be Miriam. Of course, I think we're going to get Miriam because, like I said, this is one of the biggest bads of the show in general, and his clash with Netero. If you're going to have Gon's, you know, clashing with Ginthru, you got to have Netero clashing with Miriam. So I think we're going to have Miriam. I also think we're going to be getting Neferpito just because of the fact with her relationship with Kite and how much that she played a role in the development of Gon. I think they're going to throw in Neferpito, but I think they're going to skip the other ones. I don't think they're going to put in Poof, and I don't think they're going to put in Yuppie yet. I think those are going to be DLC. I think we're going to get Knuckle instead of Moro and instead of Shook. I don't think we're going to get neither one of these characters, even though they'd be really cool. I think they're going to be DLC. And the last character I think we're going to get is going to be Kite. Yes, I think Kite is going to be the one that finished this roster out just because of the effect that he had on Gon and how prominent he was in the Chimera Ant arc for, you know, for the parts that he was in there, for not spoiling anything just in case y'all haven't seen anything. But I know this is very controversial because I know y'all are probably thinking like, what's happening with some of these Phantom Troop characters I left out. I didn't even say Crollo. I didn't even say Lumi, and I don't think these characters are coming just because I think they gotta keep some of the heavy hitters for DLC, especially since they're making this roster 16 and they added Ginthru in there. It makes me think they're gonna be cutting out a lot of characters that we really wanted. But let me know how y'all actually feel about my predictions for the final roster for this game. Am I reaching with some of these picks? I know that Kite and Knuckle could actually be a little bit controversial, but with them adding Ginthru, I don't really know who they're going to be putting in this game, man. But hey, man, make sure to let me know how y'all feel about this in the comments. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn on the bell, do all those nice things, and let me know if y'all are excited to be playing Hunter x Hunter and Impact when it comes out. I'm going to see y'all on the next one, man. We out.